What is bro doing? It's 9:49 and he's still in bed. Yo, Renzo, what are you still doing in bed, bro? It's 9:49.
Dude, I decided like, fuck the 5 a.m. club. I'd be only working like 1 to 2 hours a day, and then I'd be pretty much done for the day. So it'd be like 7 a.m. And I'm like, what else am I supposed to do for the day?
So how the f you make money then?
Yeah, so I run a marketing agency that's been making over 100K a month for like the past year and a half, 22 months. And I recently just started this software company. Was pretty slow at the start. First month only made like 29K. And then this past month, let me get my phone, where is it? So
72,000.
yeah, so the agency kind of runs by itself. I don't really have to do any work. I just have a bunch of team members doing it for me. So right now, big focus is a software company and getting it up to not just 100K a month, but to $1 million a month and beyond the next couple of years.
With that type of money, what are you gonna do with that? You still gonna be working?
The big goal is to sell it for 8 figures, multiple 8 figures, and then use that money to just chill the rest of my life, you know what I mean?
All right, so can I like shadow you, bro? Cause I don't know how you're doing making all this money just laying in bed.
Yeah, bro, you could like see what I do on like a day-to-day. You done?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So let me get this straight. You made 72 grand in your bed, pretty much, or how the f do you do this?
Yeah, so early on, like when I started entrepreneurship back in 2020 when COVID first started, I was interning at Microsoft actually. So I was a computer science major at the University of Virginia. A little nerd, I know, but I never really had the time to actually do entrepreneurship, right? Because I was grinding like 8 to 12 hours a day all the time, stuck in my desk, like looking at a laptop coding. But I really wanted to escape that and make money and start entrepreneurship. So I didn't have time, but I heard this quote. It's not about how can you get there, it's about who do you know can get there. So pretty much from the start of my entrepreneurship journey, I always look at like who can I find to do the work for me. So like if you look here, so managing all my different team members from like my closers, contracts signed, my DM setters and my DM closers, fulfillment, onboarding. Who else? Our payroll, our call bookers, our managers for our DM setters and closers, our different closers, our different sales team members, our fulfillment guys, our devs. And no, we're not white labeling Go High Level. We actually have real full-time developers actually working on our software. Don't even give me that. And then we have our community mods, our support, our copywriter, our email list manager, and then we have a chat just for the executives with me, our partner Ibrahim Ansari, and then my multimillionaire partner Dylan Venice. And the crazy thing about all that is those 2 other guys, I never actually met them in person when we first started. Like when me and Ibrahim started our first company, which is Grithology Agency, never met that guy until like 8 months into starting it. And then my multimillionaire partner, Dylan, I actually never met him in person either. So untapped business partner opportunities is dominate yourself and then you find a lot of people online.
You went from wanting to be a software developer to how many software developers work for you?
It took about 6 full-time software developers. Now that the actual software is fully up and running, and then we're just doing a couple updates here and there, just managing it, making sure nothing breaks, we have about 2 full-time developers right now, like actually updating it and managing it properly. But let's make this clear though, I did not want to be a software engineer. Only reason I went through that path was because my dad was a software engineer, and then my sister, who's 2 years older than me, also went down the software engineering path. So like growing up, I didn't know better. I didn't know what entrepreneurship was. I didn't know about making money online. So the only thing I knew was, hey, my dad's a software engineer, my sister's doing it as well. So like, I guess that's the only path for me.
So were you always able to just work from your bed, or it wasn't like this at all at the very start?
So I know I show this lifestyle on social media all the time. Definitely was not the case. But yeah, I was grinding like 8 to 12 hours a day at Microsoft, like stuck in a laptop, while my broke college friends were doing all the work for me. I would say the same type of mindset to business was always there, where I had other people do the work. But especially starting out, like my first 1 to 2 years of business, it was always about like, how can I put the most time in to get the most output? And it wasn't until, I'll probably say this past year, when I learned it's not really about how hard you work, Because the world doesn't reward you for how hard you work. The world rewards you for the output you produce. So like if I could get the same amount of output, the same amount of results done in 10 to 30 minutes in my bed versus grinding like 8 to 12 hours a day, then obviously I'm only gonna work 10 to 30 minutes a day. Because that's how the market and business rewards you, is by actually getting the right output and not just the amount of work you put in.
So what does the agency do?
So it's an Instagram marketing agency. So when I first started out, I was running Instagram ads for personal trainers. And then eventually we saw a gap in the market to do influencer shoutouts. So we did that for a while, and that made us a whole lot of money back in 2021. And then recently around like 2023 to 2024, influencer shoutouts is kind of dead. And now more people are looking into how to actually grow on social media organically. The whole point of the agency is just to help coaches, consultants, other agencies, or anybody with a high ticket business that sells over the phone and gets them to generate leads organically through social media. So yeah, like I said, we're not proactively promoting that anymore. We still have clients on a retainer, but if any like big business owner or any established business owner that wants to work with my agency personally, we still take them on, just obviously not a huge priority. Trying to grow this startup software company from obviously 70K right now to 100K a month and $1 million a month and beyond. All right, so this is Esteban's script that he sent me. So Esteban, what was like your mindset when you reached out to me?
My mindset, number one, I had no clue what I was doing. Number two, I just knew you were in the area. And then number three, I just wanted to be able to talk to you in person.
Gotcha. And how much experience and how much were you making before that?
Well, I didn't actually tell you, but the client that I said that I closed actually ended up scamming me. So number one, I was just down bad and I already quit my whole job. So, you know, I was probably making 2K a month at most, but other than that, pretty much nothing.
So you basically had no results to show for it?
Nope, no results at all.
Gotcha. So a lot of people ask me like, I don't have proof, I don't have results, but hey, Esteban's a living case, you can still make it happen.
Here's a little screenshot from actually this last month.
Let the numbers do the talking, baby.
14.1, let's go.
All you have to do is just, sounds corny as fuck, but just believe in yourself and then know the value you have. So, like I said, I'm gonna show the script that Esteban DM'd me. Esteban, was this a script or were you kind of just going off the flow?
I was going off the flow. I didn't know what a script was, to be honest.
All right, cool. So let's read it real quick. So, May 2023. Hey Renzo, I've seen a lot of your reels, TikToks, they provide amazing value. Keep up with the good work and hustle. And I was like, appreciate my guy. So notice how he wasn't really trying to pitch anything. He just complimented me and then just kind of ghosted me for like a month. No, I'm just kidding. And then a month later, July 11th, he just randomly hit me up. He said, yo, I'm in the city, was wondering if you wanted to shoot some lifestyle videos for your IG. And so guys, one important thing about sending DMs is also about your profile. So like at this very moment, I checked Esteban's profile, saw one of his videos, looked dope as hell. And I'm like, okay, clearly this guy knows what he's doing. So even though he didn't have that much actual tangible results, he did have good content in his profile to make something work. So then I was like, that would be sick. What you thinking? He said we could shoot a short day in the life or shoot some short cinematic clips that you could do voiceovers. His camera's no joke when it comes to cinematography. Then my guy has a camera specifically for photos. And then the question you always have to answer in the DMs, especially if you're doing work for free, is what's in it for you? And so that's what I was thinking right away. Obviously Esteban didn't have that much experience back then, so he didn't know. So then I asked him like, dope, what's in it for you? And then he said, nothing man, I actually just signed my first SMMA client and I could use some more advice or knowledge and what I should work on. You seem like a really great guy. And then boom, we kind of just made it happen. I was like, sweet, let's make it happen. And then the most important part was the first video we ever shot. Probably the best video I've ever had on Instagram Reels in terms of just like cinematography and the aesthetic of it.
And at the moment, I didn't have a gimbal, you know, the camera settings I have currently. I literally worked with my hands in this camera I got right now. Just kind of have to make it happen regardless.
So yeah, pretty sick video.
All right, so we said you just closed the laptop. What else do you do in the next 12 hours?
Typically, I work out. We're actually gonna work out with one of my boys, Leo, who's also a YouTuber, up and coming. I met him when he had 5K subs like a month ago, and I think he's almost at 10K. It might be at like 9K right now. So I wanna help a fellow YouTuber out and get a workout in together.
Let's get it.
Yo, what's good? Good to see you again. This is the boy Leo. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Like, what do you do?
So, I'm a small-time YouTuber doing just fitness lifestyle content, and I started on YouTube about almost a year ago now. And I actually quit my 9-to-5 job to just pursue like different things with online coaching as well as doing fitness lifestyle content. And we're about to get a little workout in.
All right, so what do we hit in today?
We're gonna do a full upper body. And I'm gonna run you through like my power phase.
Okay, cool. Let's get it. Let me hit some pre-workout real quick and let's get it started. So welcome to the 48th floor. This is where everybody floors 48 and above in my building can actually hang out. Everybody else floors 48 and below. Not that they're less than anybody else, but they can only hang out in their own amenity floor downstairs. So. So we're going to 14, which is for everybody else in this building works out. More like a Equinox / Lifetime type vibe. It's a lot more crowded, but it'll be a good workout either way. Still good vibes, so yeah, we'll see. We're about to wrap up the last exercise of the workout. After this, we're about to hit the pool and the hot tub with my boy Cal. He's the operator of Jason Derulo, so he manages pretty much all the business side of things in terms of marketing and branding for Jason Derulo. So you guys will be able to meet him. And then right after that, I got a one-on-one coaching call with my content coach, Mino. Good workout. Good. Welcome in.
How you feeling, brother?
Good.
I know you said you wanted to hit the pool, but I decided to pick your brain at the same time, man. I had to bring the whiteboard.
Brought the whiteboard to the pool. But yeah, this is Cal and John. Cal is what I mentioned earlier, the operator for Jason Derulo. And John is his business partner, right?
Correct. What's up, people? Here today, get to spend a little time with Renzo, but you know, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, we don't get a lot of Renzo. He said we could slide by for an hour just to hit the pool, but I had to bring the whiteboard at the same time. When you catch Renzo, you try to knock two birds in one stone, you know what I mean?
So this is the infamous pool he boy shoots all his million-view videos on. I actually quit caffeine, so in order to satisfy my cravings, I guess, I hit the pool, I hit the hot tub over there, and then I hit a little shower over there, and then hit the steam room and the sauna right afterwards. And then that kind of is my replacement for cutting out all my caffeine besides my pre-workout. So I'm about to hit the hot tub, catch you guys there.
All right, so this is the guy I just partnered with. His name is, but the main page is right?
Sheesh.
485,000 followers. They have 1.3 million on TikTok.
We forgot.
You guys should already know who I am, but if you don't, Adi Ibrahim Ansari, Renzo's business partner in crime, the man behind the scenes.
So we actually met through this Facebook group. It was like how to start an agency. Basically, I thought everybody there would be super dope, but everybody just kind of didn't really know how to talk. They didn't really have the business riz, as I like to say. But me and Ibby were like the top success stories in that Facebook group. And then we just like got connected through like a mini iMessage group chat with 2 other people. Got super tight, started FaceTiming like every day. More ambulances.
Yeah, we got mad tight, and then we eventually realized that Renzo's strengths were my weaknesses were his strengths. So we were like, why don't we just start up our own company together, see how things go. And that first month we scaled really quick. We ended up making 20K within 2 months, 30K our third month. And then I finally flew out to Virginia to link up with Renzo. And the rest is history. Now we live together in downtown Chicago. Been living together for about 2 years. Going on to a third year, just started our software company. Things are looking good.
Like I said in the intro video, I'm able to just focus on marketing and focusing on the products, while my partner Ibrahim and my other multimillionaire partner Dylan are able to just focus on all the operations and make sure the business is running smoothly. So it's like a perfect partnership. Allows me to do what I love, they get to do what they love, and then we all just make money together. People ask all the time, like, aren't you giving up like 50% or like 70% of your money? But I'd rather have a smaller portion to a larger pie than a super small pie out to myself, because that way you actually make more money in the long term. But yeah, I would say just like doing business with friends is like super dope. What are you doing? Got a vlog going on, bro.
Smart business rules, bro.
Oh shit.
Oh, okay. That's business.
So we just finished the pool, the outdoor pool, the indoor pool, and the hot tub. Now we're about to hit the steam room and the sauna, because your boy got to use all the amenities in the building. I do this every day, not cap, not just for the vlog, I swear. So just got off the shower, finally done with the pool and all of that. Now we're about to have a one-on-one coaching call with my content coach, Mino. And so a lot of people ask me, like, why do I learn from other people who might not be making as much money as I do? But here's the thing, right? Everybody has their own different strengths, and everybody is better than me at something. So every person I meet, whether it's Esteban holding the camera, Mino, my content coach, I'm always trying to learn anything I can for them, because I always know any piece of knowledge, I could put my own twist, my own spin, and then take my business to the next level from it. So Mino might not be making as much money as I do, but he is way better at me in going viral and growing his brand. So definitely a lot to learn from him. And you guys will see a little inside sauce of what he's about to teach me in this call. So let's get it. And also a little side note, it's my boy Mino's birthday. So maybe I'll send him a gift, we'll see. Or maybe just adding him on this vlog will be the birthday gift. So not too bad. Yo, what's going on? All right, cool. Well, first of all, happy birthday, bro. Or happy late birthday.
Thank you, dude. I'm not gonna lie, I got deviously swinged yesterday, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'll see you tonight, bro. And I'll catch you later. Peace.
See you tonight.
All right, we just wrapped up a killer call with Mino. Calling it right now, when I reach 1 million followers, it'll be all because of this call right here. So I don't know if we're gonna include all the snippets or if you guys just had to see, but we gone over a new crazy format that we think is gonna blow up, so. Now I'm about to hop on an exec meeting with my business partners. Again, we got Ibrahim, you guys already met him, and my multimillionaire partner, Dylan, who has all the sauce, all the big ideas. So what we're gonna work on today is we just launched our ads for the first time yesterday. So we did that 70K a month, all organic, not even spending a single cent on ads. But now we're trying to actually scale up to 100K a month, 1 million a month and beyond. And we thought the best way to do it is 1, through ads, and number 2, getting other influencers to promote the product for us. So that's what we're gonna be focusing on in today's meeting. They're pretty chill, so I'm gonna take it in my massage chair because your boy's feet needs a massage, so let's get it. Also, side note, while my business partners are working on something that doesn't involve me, my dumbass accidentally dropped my videographer's mic in the pool when we were hanging out. So I say it all the time, like every time you fuck up, every time you mess up, it's an opportunity to not only fix it, but make it even better. So my videographer, he had the DJI Mic 1s, which are pretty good, but like a little outdated. And I just bought him the DJI Mic 2s. So not only are we gonna fix this, but I actually upgraded his microphone to make up for me fucking up. So you got it, bro. My bad. Dude, do you want one of my virtual backgrounds? That'd be funny. So yeah, like I'd say 30% of our meetings are just joking around, not actually doing work. But hey, it's the other 70% that counts, you know what I mean? Me and Dylan actually live together. It's just like right now, can't really see him. So we're coming up with a fire new strategy right now. It's about to make us print for days. So one thing about me is the boy never cooks. I used to back in the day, back in college when I couldn't afford it, but now it gets to the point where I'd rather be working and making some money. I know I only work like 10 to 30 minutes into my bed, but give me a break. I'd rather just use my time the way I want it than spending it on something I don't like to do, AKA cooking. So before you roast me, I'll show you what we got. We got a little Chick-fil-A from my boy Esteban because he asked for it, but usually skip lunch entirely. Get Chipotle for dinner and then have something called kava like late night just so that I'm not starving when I'm going to sleep. But we're gonna enjoy a little Chick-fil-A, you know what I mean? Not as healthy, but gotta support my videographer and what he wants. Just wrapped up lunch. Now my barber is actually coming through for a house call. Like I said, like I want to spend my time the way I want it. So instead of me having to Uber or like drive to a barbershop and then have to get my hair cut done, I'd rather just have my barber come to my place and then cut my hair. And that way I could use my time, even though I don't work that much, use my time to my advantage. So let's get him in here. Welcome aboard. Jay, what's good?
What's up, buddy?
So Jay, go ahead and introduce yourself to the YouTube fam.
What's up, man? I'm Jay the barber, Renzo's barber for today.
Sir, how exactly did we meet, bro?
Man, bro, social media. I'm pretty sure we met through Instagram, actually.
A common pattern between everybody we've seen today, it's like all through social media. So like that's the importance of like actually posting online, growing a brand, starting a business, having something to talk about. It's not just about making money, but it's also like you meet all these different relationships, all these different friends you want to really have unless you actually put yourself out there. So consider this your sign the post, but let's get this haircut rolling.
Music.
All right, now I'm about to have a meeting with my sales directors. Pretty cool. They normally charge like a $25,000 setup fee, partially because they're goated because they've made millions of dollars for other clients. But the reason they decided to work with me was they saw the amount of leads we've had, the amount of traffic I'm generating just through my personal brand. And normally, like I said, they charge tens of thousands, even $25,000 for a setup fee to start. But because they saw my brand, we actually got to work with them for free to start. Basically meaning I don't have to pay no $25,000 setup fee. So, oh yeah, this is 48. So basically floors 48 and above in my apartment building get access to this floor. Basically, we have free coffee over here, a bunch of different workspaces all around, as you see, like right there. And if you guys have good memory, we also saw a bunch of other workspaces, plus the private gym on that side of the floor. I hope you guys have good memories at least. But yeah, just a bunch of different places to hang out. So usually around like the mid-afternoon, nobody's here because they got their own 9 to 5 to go to. So pretty much got the whole place to myself. So let's go ahead and take that sales director meeting right now. Chill out here since it's empty. And let's get it started.
Storm.
On the front end, the better the conversations will end up being as they're coming in.
Just wrapped up the sales director meeting. And so a lot of people ask me like, where the hell did my sales call videos go, right? You saw me on Instagram and TikTok closing $6,000 deals every single day. I was like a killer in the objection handles. Quite frankly, I just didn't want to take sales calls anymore. And so I just had a sales team take it for me. And so having those sales director meetings right there is like the equivalent of me taking 8 to 10 sales calls a day, every single day for a week. And so instead of me having to do all the calls, I talk to my directors, and then my directors manage all my different sales reps. So really it only takes me about an hour a week max to just having a fully functioning sales team do all the work for me. So pretty cool. And that's one of the reasons why I only had to work like, you know, an hour, maybe 10 to 30 minutes a day in my bed to do all the work. About to hop on my final meeting of the day. So I got a coaching call with my Inner Circle students. It's basically my coaching program where I help people make money online and hit 10K a month, all through my direct coaching live in these group calls. So basically I meet with my Inner Circle students twice a week, and this is one of them. And if you want to be able to jump on live calls with me and get direct coaching from me as well, then feel free to check out the link in the description down below. No pressure. I'm not trying to sell you anything in this video. Don't worry. Just wrapped up all my meetings for the day. It's been a long ass day, but hella fun, hella fulfilling. And now we're about to get dinner with my girlfriend, Allison. Let's get her in here. Welcome. Hello. She is, actually I'll let you explain. What do you do?
I'm a YouTuber.
She's almost at 30K on YouTube, so. And to all my entrepreneurs with relationships, really, really important. You gotta stay present and disconnect, so. Every time I hang out with Allison, something I've been recently doing is I have this app called Opal, not sponsored, but I just turn it on and then it pretty much blocks out all my apps besides like my camera, FaceTime, etc. So let's say I want to try to check Instagram or TikTok or even like my messages. It's like all blocked. The only thing I really need is my camera to take pictures and videos for memories and content, and that's really it. So that's how your boy's able to stay present and make sure you got a good relationship, you know what I mean? Allison's my girlfriend. We've been dating since June of 2023, so about a year and a couple months. And so some people are scared to admit it, but we actually met through Hinge. So like I went back home to Virginia back in April of 2023. For my birthday, and I was just bored. I'm usually never on Hinge or any dating apps, but I had nothing else to do. So I was like, why not? And then we matched, and then we were talking about hanging out, going on a date, but it was your boy's birthday weekend, the same weekend. But I knew like, if I let her wait, or if I let her like, you know, spend a couple weeks without going on a date, she'd probably find another dude, and then I'd be left all lonely and shit, you know what I mean? So I just said like, hey, I'm pretty busy. I got friends coming over, but you could come to my birthday on the Friday, where we are actually gonna get a huge table, had like 20 people come to my birthday to celebrate me and, you know, just have fun out in this club called Tao in Chicago. Shout out to that club. So yeah, when we first started dating, I remember in the beginning I said, fuck the 5 a.m. club, I don't do that anymore. But when we first started dating, Allison was already doing the 5 a.m. club. And that motivated me to start doing the 5 a.m. club too with her. So I'd say Allison's probably one of my biggest role models and one of my biggest motivators, to be real with you. Like I work a lot harder because of her. We are running late for our dinner res. So we are going to my boy's restaurant called X-Spot. Let's get it. So we just wrapped up dinner, got the bill. Solid $295 dinner without tax and tips, so probably gonna be more like $340-ish, we'll see. Your boy got the platinum card pulled out. Not really a flex to be real, but it looks cool. Just wrapped up dinner, about to wrap up the day as well. As you see, my whole day, there's not that much work to do, right? Just like working my bed, just managing my team members. maybe a couple calls here and there, just making sure all my managers and operators and directors are all doing well. But I'll just say this, it wasn't always like this. Don't judge my chapter 50 to your chapter 1 or 2. Okay, so when I first started, like I said, there was some times where I didn't know if this would work out. There was times where I doubted myself, times where I didn't even know if this would be real or if this would be a possibility. But I just kept my head down, kept focusing, and kept trying to make all the right decisions to get to this point. And eventually, after like a year of not making any money whatsoever, finally made my first dollar online, and now we're here. So it really is just all the work you're putting in right now. It may not look like this life just yet, but it will pay off as long as you keep going. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog. Like, comment, subscribe. And if you want to learn exactly the business model that I do, I did just make a free full guide breaking down exactly how to start a marketing agency right now, today. All you have to do is just watch this video right here, and I'll break it down all for you.